Joe, a difficult result to take. Give us your thoughts on the game.
I thought we were outstanding first half. I think we played the form team in the division and caused them all sorts of problems. Dominated the game, dominated the space, dominated the chances, and looked like what I want this team to look like. And they played to a level that I know they're capable of. In the second half, they denied us space by banking off and shortening the distances between their centre halves and their forwards. And unfortunately, it lulled into a bit of a stalemate, really, in terms of the spaces went away, and then every throw in, every free kick, they're taking an age to suck all the energy out of the game and all the intensity. And then it came to a point where it was either going to be a mistake or a moment of quality that won or lost you the game, and unfortunately we've made a mistake. And then from then on in, they've showed their experience. But I need to take a lot of positives from that performance, because we are in a difficult spot. We own that. It's been that way for a while, and we've got a group that's maybe a little bit fragile and a bit scarred at the moment, and we've got to pull them out of that. There ain't no secret formula, it's just by winning a game. But I have to take the positives from today, and hopefully if we play to that level on Tuesday night, especially in the first half, we won't be far away.
You said about the mistake being like the changing point that happened, because obviously, like you said, we were very, very strong. But tactics-wise, it seemed like we had less of the ball in the final third, and they had more chances up there. And is that down to a tactics thing?
No, I think it's down to probably an element of the game was out of play more than it was in. And we had countless moments in their mid-third and in the final third where we got in behind them and asked a lot of questions, even after the goal, where everyone's shouting for us to boot it forward. We've played a brilliant passage and combination that's led to us getting down the side with our outside centre-half crossing the ball and Adam Marriott's a toe away from equalising. To play the way we want to play, you have to be patient in order to move teams, and we've done that to a really good level for a lot of the game. Unfortunately, we're in a position where when things don't go our way, we are lacking that little bit of confidence. It's natural because of the situation we're in, and we are a young group. But certainly for large periods of that game, I've not and won't lose any belief in, one, my ability to do this job, and two, the ability that I've got in that dressing room. And we're disappointed, but I'm afraid there ain't no magic formula, as I've said. It's about working hard, believing in what you do every day, and eventually things do turn.
The first half performance was one of the best of recent times, especially since you've been interim manager. How do we use that in games going forward? And you said about confidence. Is that a big impact in it?
Has to be, because if anyone in this stadium can't look at that first half and see that there is something to work with here, with this group of players, then we're all wasting our time. And that's the truth, because we have a talented group that, yes, are in a difficult spot at the moment. We own that. I think we've won one game in 10 in this division, which is nowhere near acceptable. We're competitive and we're in every game, but we are probably lacking that little bit of quality at times, but mostly belief. You know, if anyone had landed in this stadium not knowing anything about this league or the teams in it, and you ask them who's the form team in the division and who's the 22nd form team in the division, I'm pretty sure that they thought we were the form team. So the difference at the end of it comes down to goals, and that's the only stat that matters, and unfortunately they've scored more than we have. But you have to take the positives from what was a very good first half and work with that and see where it takes us going forward.
Curzon on Tuesday, they obviously beat Peterborough Sports today. What do you think the next few days will be like for the boys to go and do something similar on Tuesday?
Well, it's going to hurt because we don't like the situation. Like, at the same time, I am a Kings Lynn fan, have been since I was very young, and I feel exactly the same frustrations as supporters feel, as the ownership feel, as the players feel. We all feel it together, and what we have to remember is we all want the same thing. So when people can see that we're in a difficult moment, we have to stick together, and the majority are, and I thank them for that. In terms of Curzon, they're a side that's in and around the playoffs, so it's not an easy test. It's a long way to go on a Tuesday night, but at the same time, same as every team I've played against so far in my position and as the assistant before, there's no one in this league that scares me. There's no one in this league that should scare us, but at the moment, we need to make sure we're the architects for our own success and not our own downfall. And you do that by sticking to what you believe in, believing in your processes that we work with day to day, and in those moments where it could go either way, go on the front foot and fight fire with fire. But Tuesday's another chance. We've got 3 massive games coming now. I'm very confident that win's coming, and when it does, I know that this whole energy around this place will change, and I'm working day in, day out to make that happen. And as I say, I feel the same about it as I did the first day. I want to give it all I've got, I will give it all I've got, and I'm certainly not going to shy away from any of it.